Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we will see a universal data type that is the JSON format. Okay. So JSON is everywhere. If you talk about a web server, an IoT application or an embedded device that is communicating with the cloud, you can see this JSON format everywhere because of its various advantages. Okay, so today we will discuss why actually this JSON is preferred over all the other technologies, or what are the advantages of using this JSON. So I have list few of the points here. So first we'll discuss about what is a JSON, then we have why it's been used in the C programming. So as a C developer, how you utilize this power of JSON to embed or add the functionality of communicating with web servers or apps. Okay. Then why JSON is popular. So in this video, we will be discussing and giving more stress mostly to why JSON. Okay, so first of all, we will see what is a JSON. So JSON stands for the JavaScript Object Notations. Okay, so it's a lightweight uh, format in which it is language independent. So any language can embed this functionality in its app. So that's why it's been used by various languages, and C also utilize this JSON format because of its various advantages. So it's a text-based format. You can easily read it. It's a human readable file, and this format is easily understood, and it's help in storing or sharing this information with cloud services, and also can be shared across the inter-process communication. Okay, so if we see here, there is one of the format. So how this format is being represented. So if you see here, it's been represented by using these curly braces, and we have a key and value, format in that notation. Okay, so this can be saved into a file, and that can be shared among various processes within the system or to the remote system as well. Okay, so if you see here, you have sensors values, you are taking the temperature value, and it's been all clubbed into a curly braces. So this is very simple, right? So before using JSON, what all are the technology we experiment before coming to a conclusion that okay, we will use the JSON format. So here we have listed few of them. So firstly, we take plain text files. So this plain text file we use, like for example, your name is Rahul and your age is something 30 and like that. Okay. But if you talk about the complex problems, this plain text cannot handle it. So this is discarded after some time. Okay. Then it comes the CSV format, which have comma separated values. Okay, so all the values are being listed in the form of a rows and columns. And while sending this data to other system, the other system won't understand what is this column, what is the use case of this column. So this is also been discarded. Then came the binary protocol, in which everything is being hidden. It is not readable as well. Okay, so it's very difficult to debug and utilize this power of this data exchange. Okay, then comes XML, that is a competitor of JSON. It's been used still with the JSON. So there are few advantages and disadvantages of both of them. So here, if you see here, this JSON is very lightweight protocol, and even the very small footprint of memory some devices have, like embedded devices. This JSON can be utilized there as well. Okay, so now this is a simple communication with the JSON data. Okay, so if you see on the left hand side, you have a embedded device that will monitor the temperature. Simple as that. Okay, so this is an embedded device. C code is written into it, and it will collect the sensor data for temperature, pack it into a JSON format. Okay, so JSON format is like here we have sensor, temperature, value, and unit, like that. Okay. And here we are sending this JSON data via Wi-Fi to a cloud server. Okay. So we are sending it. Your cloud IoT cloud server will receive the JSON data, process and store it, and then it will, give alert for the data to the dashboard, and it's been showing here on the display. Okay, so this is very simple communication, and using the JSON, we are doing this communication with the cloud. So we are managing the cloud, but it's not always this JSON is used in cloud communication. You can use this power of JSON in other list of things as well. So next we'll see what are the list of things. So as a C developer, what is the use case of these JSON data? Okay, so in programming, JSON is commonly used for the C program need to exchange the structured data with other system, application and services, especially in network, web and configuration driven application as well. So the first use case what we have for this JSON is a configuration files. So it's been heavily used if you are working in C for getting the configuration of the data and loading the services. So when the service start, it will load this configuration at boot time, and will do the operation related to that. So this is being used in configuration file as well. Also, they can be used in a data exchange in APIs, like we see in the cloud APIs. We are exchanging the data with the cloud, and this is one of the use case. Then we use in inter-process communication as well. For example, we have socket communication within our system, and one app containing a socket is sending the data to the another socket through JSON format. So this type of communication is also being done in various cases. Then comes the logging and debugging. So why in logging and debugging? It means because if we want get the log in structured way so that we can debug the issue easily. In that way, we can use this logging to identify the problem very easily, because everything has been stacked in a organized way. Okay. Then comes embedded and IoT. So this is also an example we have seen in the last slide. So this is an example of IoT server. And then we have a data storage. So this thing is also being used uh, here as well. Okay, so we'll see some of the example of these use case in the next slide. So let's switch on to the next slide. So this is a configuration file example. For example, we have Wi-Fi router settings. So here if you see, we have SSID, we have channel name and security. So all been involved in through a JSON data. We send it in some configuration file like data.json. We put it in /etc folder, and here if the service comes up, it will load this data, and it will do its operation. So this is one of the use case of using the configuration files. Then comes the API communication. So for example, temperature is 32 and humidity is this. So this data key value pair is being sent to the cloud. Okay, so for example, here we have a mobile app, and it is sending the JSON data to the server. Okay, so this is one communication. Then comes the IPC, which we started here is, for example, we have web UI, and we have a Wi-Fi manager that is running on a router, and here we are sending some command. For example, restart service Wi-Fi. So here the web UI is sending the Wi-Fi manager to restart the Wi-Fi service. So it will do like in here in IPC. And also in logging, if you see here it says that module is Wi-Fi, event is client connected. So once the client got connected to the AP, it will log something like this so that we can identify, okay, I want this client, and here we have all the data related to that client in one section. Okay, so this is being used in logging as well. And next, see why JSON is popular. So if you see here, it's easier than XML and smaller than YAML. So it's very lightweight, so that it can be easily been created, or you can say parsed. Okay. Then comes the universality. It means it support almost all programming language. This is one of the advantage. It's not only the Java or some other language that can use this format. Everywhere it can used. And also there is interoperability. Okay, so this is perfect for communication between devices, apps, and servers. So this use case we already studied. Okay, then comes the efficiency. So it's compact enough for the low bandwidth system as well. For example, a microcontroller. So we have a version of JSON, that is micro JSON, I think. So that been used, this library is been used in microcontrollers to parse and to create the JSON. Okay, so this is the use cases. Then comes a basic example I've taken from ESP32, and this is a Wi-Fi device, embedded device. So what it does here, if you see here, it is collecting some information in this JSON format. For example, here we have the device ID. So what is the device ID? ESP232, and here we have this version. And here is a sensor. So we have list of sensors that is connected or communicating through ESP32, that is getting the temperature value and units. And here we have humidity, so it's taking this value and this. And here we have the status of the battery. So if you see here, it's not only key and value pair. The data has been stored in the form of an array as well. Like if you see here, it's an array of multiple sensors. So this way we can, use our JSON. So in the next video, what we will see how to utilize this JSON format in our C programming. We take a look at the C JSON library, and we'll use the APIs to create and to send and parse both the JSON data, how it is communicating, with some examples. So in the common sessions, we will have all this data. So stay tuned with me. See you in the next video. Thanks.